Well, our next performer is gosh, a Woody Guthrie songwriter winner. He's won songwriting at the Walnut Valley Festival in Kansas. And he's also a former park ranger. I don't know what's in the water in the national parks, I don't know, but something. And he also is a Dutch magazine, a Dutch music magazine called Real Roots. Real Roots Cafe, actually, is what it's called. Had a nice quote about Dan. It says, "Think of a subtle intertwining of Steve Goodman, John Prine, and Tom Paxton." Mentioning all the right names, I think that's a good thing. Anyway, it sounds like he's in gear and ready to perform, so please, a nice Kerrville New Folk welcome for Dan Rowe.
Oh, it's nice to be here. My lovely wife Ellen is here, my music enabler, my muse, the love of my life. I brought Ellen here the first time 7 months pregnant, 28 years ago. She says it's a whole lot nicer now that we've got a van and electricity. But this song is for all of us young lovers who may not be young anymore, but we're still very much in love. Where did the years go so quickly, my love? How did we get to be gray? Decades go by in the blink of an eye. It still feels like just yesterday. The first time that I heard you say, "Love me forever and hold me right now. Gather our memories like this. I know we'll never be old anyhow. Anytime we reminisce, I'll be as young as your kiss." Really just children when we fell in love, and we're still as happy today. The circle keeps turning around like it does. Our children have children these days. I love watching you, watching them play. Love me forever and hold me right now. Gather our memories like this. I know we'll never be old anyhow. Anytime we reminisce, I'll be as young as your kiss. Now we're both better rounded in so many ways. We don't move quite as fast anymore. But youth isn't only a question of age. You're the same girl I've always adored. Love me forever and hold me right now. Gather our memories like this. I know we'll never be old anyhow. Anytime we reminisce, we'll be as young as our very first kiss. Whenever you hold me like this, I'll be as young as your kiss. heard this quote before, but Dallas was talking to us backstage, and it put me in mind of this song that I'm about to do. It's a Charles John Quarto quote that Rod Kennedy liked. It says, "It's not how you look, but how you see." That's what this is about. The holy squirrel of Chapel Rock sat preaching on a stump, pontificating paradox there on his furry rump, unburdening his worries on to any who could hear. The holy squirrel of Chapel Rock still chatters in my A sacred cow I happened on stood chewing on her cud, contemplating whether she should clamber from the mud, beatifically at peace, as only bovine kind can be. The sacred cow I happened on stood staring straight at me. A pantheistic pangolin sang softly to himself, "This rhetoric I'm wrangling need nourish no one else." A simple song he sang within the fastness of his heart, a pantheistic pangolin suffering for his art. And oh, the exquisite pain of living, it's a shame whenever we aim to deaden it. Worst and best of times, I want the rest of mine. We're not so different, you and I. An old agnostic troubadour I met along the way does his damnedest to ignore what cynics have to say. He says it's up to us to bring our passion to the play. The old agnostic troubadour grows younger every day. And oh, the exquisite pain of living, it's a shame whenever we aim to deaden it. Worst and best of times, I want the rest of mine. We're not so different, you and I. We are not so very different, you and I. See you at the campfire.
So many good ideas floating around. I'm sure you'll hear a lot of interesting announcements, but things come to me, and I don't know how much I can say about things, but I know there's a lot of great spirit here, a lot of great imagination and community building and all sorts of good energy. So I encourage that, and I congratulate you on that. And you know who you are.